Silence is the first casualty of this war.
The golden hour fades into a bruised purple twilight. A solitary lioness stands over her hard-won prize. Her muscles are coiled tight, fueled by pure adrenaline. She knows she is being watched right now. In this corner of the Serengeti, a timeless war is reignited. On one side, Panthera Leo, the solitary queen of the ambush. On the other, Crocuta Crocuta, a fortress of social intelligence and crushing jaws. Today, retreat is not an option. The buffalo carcass is a beacon for every scavenger. But these are not mere scavengers. They are conquerors. The hyenas emerge from the tall grass like ghosts. Their sloping backs hide a heart twice the normal size. This cardiovascular engine allows them to run down prey indefinitely. Endurance is their weapon. Exhaustion is their ally. The lioness calculates the odds, but the math is cruel. She is more 100 pounds of lethal, explosive power. Her retractable claws are curved scimitars designed to hold flesh. Yet, against a clan of Twente, power becomes irrelevant. The hyenas do not attack, they simply flow forward. They form a tightening noose around the feeding site. Communication is vocal and chemical, coordinating a seamless, fluid siege. The matriarch of the clan tests the perimeter defenses. She steps closer, violating the lioness's critical distance. The lioness roars, a sound that vibrates the sternum. The vocal folds are square, maximizing the acoustic volume projection. It is a warning that usually stops the heart. But the clan does not flinch. They only giggle. Fear has been replaced by the hunger for dominance. They know the male coalition is miles away tonight. Without the heavy shock troops, the queen is vulnerable. The matriarch signals the first wave of the assault. The psychological warfare ends. The physical violence begins. The first set of jaws snaps shut on air. Chaos erupts with the sudden violence of a storm. The matriarch lunges, a feint to the lioness's left flank. The lioness swipes, paws cutting through the air like pistons. She misses by inches, her momentum exposing her vulnerable rear. Fast-twitch muscle fibers propel the lion, but they burn oxygen rapidly. A second hyena strikes from behind, latching onto the hip. The pain is sharp, immediate, and serves a specific tactical purpose. The bite forces the lioness to sit, neutralizing her mobility. By anchoring her hindquarters, she protects her spine, but loses her agility. She is now a turret, pivoting to meet attacks from all sides. The clan moves in a mesmerizing, rotating wheel of harassment. This is not a brawl. It is a calculated extraction of energy. High-pitched giggles cut through the dust, coordinating the assault frequencies. These vocalizations signal rank and attack coordinates to the rest of the clan. Blood begins to mat the golden fur of the queen. Suddenly, the tall grass parts to the east. Two sisters from the Pride explode onto the scene. The odds shift, but the numbers remain overwhelmingly cruel. The three lionesses instantly lock into a defensive formation. They form a phalanx, tails inward, teeth outward, a fortress of fur. The hyenas adjust their strategy instantly, treating the group as one organism. Their sloping physique allows them to lope tirelessly, conserving precious glucose. They probe the gaps between the lionesses, looking for a weak link. The heat of the battle begins to take its toll on the felids. Lions are sprinters, designed for explosive bursts, not prolonged warfare. Their body temperature rises dangerously. Hypothermia is now a silent enemy. Breathing becomes heavy, labored, and desperate. The matriarch senses the drop in the lion's respiratory efficiency. She signals the kill phase, tightening the circle. A hyena clamps onto a lioness's tail, dragging her out of formation. The fortress breaks. The circle collapses into a chaotic melee of dust and teeth. A lioness is pinned, three hyenas tearing at her soft underbelly. The skin here is thin, offering little resistance to the bone-crushing premolars. She roars, a sound of fury mixed with genuine panic. The savannah absorbs the violence, indifferent to the outcome. But the acoustics of war travel further than the fight itself. A mile away, the ground begins to register a low vibration. Toot. The hyenas, lost in the blood frenzy, miss the subtle shift in atmospheric pressure. The air suddenly grows heavy with a new, pungent musk. A roar shatters the night, turning the air into a physical weapon. It is deeper, rougher, and carries the weight of absolute authority. The male lion's roar reaches 114 decibels, paralyzing the nervous system of rivals. The coalition has arrived. Two males, massive brothers in their prime, charge into the fray. They do not stalk, they do not assess, they detonate. The first male slams into the hyena line like a battering ram. Physics takes over as mass meets velocity. 500 pounds of muscle collides with 150 pounds of bone. The impact sends a hyena cartwheeling through the air. The dynamic of the battlefield inverts in a single second. The hyenas, previously organized, scatter in a frantic explosion of panic. The hunters have instantly become the hunted. The male lions are not here for food. They are here for execution. The thick black mane absorbs bites that would slice the throat of a female. It is natural armor, evolution's answer to this exact moment. One male targets a straggler, a lieutenant of the matriarch. He closes the distance with terrifying speed. The hyena attempts to turn, to snap, to defend. Too late. The lion's paws hook the hyena's hind legs, sweeping them out. The dew claw acts as a grappling hook, anchoring the victim to the earth. The jaws close over the hyena's spine. There is no struggle, only the sickening crunch of vertebrae. 4,000 pounds of pressure severs the spinal cord instantly. The light goes out behind the hyena's eyes. The second male chases the matriarch, snapping at her heels. She is fast, but her dominance has evaporated into survival instinct. She abandons her soldiers, sprinting into the darkness. The male pulls up, panting, his chest heaving like a bellows. He does not pursue. The message has been delivered. The border has been redrawn in blood. The remaining hyenas vanish into the scrub, their giggles replaced by silence. The dust begins to settle on the battlefield. The adrenaline crash hits the pride like a physical blow. The females regroup, rubbing heads with the males in a ritual of bonding. This contact releases oxytocin, reaffirming social bonds after trauma. But the victory is not without cost. One of the females is limping, a dark stain spreading on her flank. The king stands over the broken body of the fallen hyena. The silence returns, heavier than before. The adrenaline that fueled the violence begins to metabolize into exhaustion. The male lion stands panting, his sides heaving like a bellows. His body temperature is near critical. He must cool down or risk organ failure. He collapses into the dust, eyes closing. Nearby, the injured Lioness tends to her flank. The hyena's bite has left a deep, ragged puncture. Rough tongues rasp over the wound, the saliva containing natural antiseptics to stave off infection. But in the savannah, infection is a slow assassin. If the wound festers, she will slow down. If she slows down, she cannot hunt. To win the battle is often to lose the war of survival. Miles away, the hyena clan regroups in the safety of the scrub. They are battered, bruised, and down one soldier. But there is no mourning here, only recalibration. The matriarch checks her remaining kin, reinforcing bonds with low whoops. Their social structure is resilient. The loss of an individual does not break the collective. They will heal, they will hunger, and they will return. The war is not over. The front lines have merely shifted. Back at the kill site, the buffalo carcass remains. But now, it is accompanied by the body of the fallen hyena. By morning, the vultures will descend to clean the slate. Nothing is wasted in this system. Death is simply energy changing hands. The lions feed, tearing at the meat with a renewed, desperate urgency. They eat to repair the damage of the night. The stars wheel overhead, indifferent to the violence below. Tonight, the crown remains with the pride. But tomorrow is another night. In the wild, there is no malice, only balance. The lion restricts the hyena. The hyena pressures the lion. This tension keeps the savannah healthy, ensuring that only the strongest genes pass to the next generation. But this ancient balance is fragile. As human encroachment shrinks their territories, these apex rivals are forced into closer quarters. It turns natural competition into unnatural, constant war. This leads to higher mortality rates that neither species can sustain. To help us protect these vast battlegrounds and keep the wild truly wild, support the African Wildlife Foundation. By securing corridors and protecting habitats, we ensure that the roar and the laugh continue to echo across the plains.